So anti-gravity is basically divided into multiple parts, and as you can see they have desktop application, command line, SDK and IDE. I already covered the desktop agent part and IDE, which is basically the same IDE. Nothing changed in it other than addition of two models. Now in case of desktop, you can see this is pretty much something you would find for agentic use. So I'm currently using Gemini 3.5 Flash for building one of the Linux simulator app, right? So I will update you once it is done. Now this is the desktop version of Antigravity. The old ID continues to be the same, nothing changed here, same interface, just addition of these two models, right? Now I want to test the command line version, right? So to go there, simply go to product and Antigravity CLI, right? Here you can see this is the new version of it. So we will install this by downloading through these options. You can use options such as this PowerShell option, or you can run this if you are using curl. So what I can do is I will just use this PowerShell option. I will copy this. Now open the PowerShell terminal and paste this. Let's see how it installs. Once installs, I'm sure it would ask us to authenticate, and then we would be seeing something that looks like this, right? So this would be similar to what we have with the Gemini command line interface. They just integrated that into Antigravity, making it easier. You can see Antigravity CLI binary placed successfully here. Right? The binary is installed, but it is not in your active path. So follow the instruction above to add it, right? So here you can see this is the path. It's not present in the settings, right? So what we will do is we will basically just copy this particular path. It is Antigravity folder into bin. So we will go to settings, type in environment variables. So if we check the environment variables, here we have to check for path. This is the path and we have to edit it, right? So let me go back again through this path, right? So here is the path. Now click edit, go to the bottom and add new and then paste it. Now click OK, again click OK, right? Now what we can do is we have to now create a new terminal session, right? So let me close this and open the terminal again, right? So we will move to another drive for a change, and now let's take a look at how to basically open this. So to do that, we basically type in AGY or anti-gravity, right? Either one of the options should work. So I will use AGY, so because we already used that in our path, and you can see it will ask for authentication. So it will open our default browser and find the login there. Here you can see it will first ask you to set up your color scheme. So you can browse through that, choose which is suitable for yourself, right? You can choose dark or any other similar variation, right? This is typical terminal, you can choose this. So we will go with this particular theme, right? And now import extension from Gemini CLI, considering this is now your alternative option for Gemini CLI, right? So simply use hit enter, it will import and then come to next, so that we will move to next option. Right here you have to share data with them, because otherwise they won't let you through. Often they may let you through, but in case of new IDE feature, they kind of restricted me, which I also documented. And now once we share this data, we can also move to next part, right? Now here you can see it will ask you whether you touch this particular folder. You have to say yes, and from here it will begin loading the next. Now notice that it has loaded, and the new instance I created to check how it looks. So here you can see my email is exposed, as well as the model I am using right now. Now the part for checking out is the slash command. So here you can see I can add directly to workspace agents. You can see the available agents. I can view the artifacts. I can also ask question without interrupting. So that would be slash btw. Then there is change log for your current update. Then clear to get into new conversation. Config to save your existing or previous settings you can access. Then context for your current usage. Copy, dev, exit are pretty much you can figure out. Fast, you can see task will be execute directly, and here you can see feedback to improve. Fork, you can check for your project. Then help, then there is also hooks, key bindings, logout, then MCP server, model, right? So you can set model, then set permission, plan, rename, resume from existing session along with your rewind, skills, status line, tasks, title, usage, and so on. So you can actually take a look at the usage part, and here you can simply hit enter. You can see all the quota is visible, and you can then check whether everything is working or not, right? So always use the top down to go through all the models. Currently everything is 100% available because I already installed it right now, right? Here you can see if you want to go to the bottom, you can use control end, and if you want to go to home, simply use control and then home, right? Interesting things being included here, right? And you can also use escape to cancel, escape to close, so that will come out, right? Now apart from that, you can also take a look at the artifact part, right? So this is interesting, considering you can take a look at the similar one. Currently we don't have anything, so use escape to come out. So in case of Claude, you know already how the artifact work and how they were stored within your particular folder, right? In case of Antigravity CLI, a lot of changes have been done since Gemini CLI is ported to Antigravity CLI. And you can see the models is what we are supposed to look at now. Here you can see you can switch between them: 3.5 flash, high, medium, then 3.1 pro, sonnet, opus, gpt, and so on, right? You can simply select it and it will go there, right? Looks pretty much decent, and I tend to use GPT versus in case of discussion and before getting any project started. So if you want to create spec or so, this can be a good model when other model of Gemini are not functional or currently facing quota issues. So this is one of the good models. As for your model like Claude Sonnet 4.6 and Opus, I think they are good, but they hit your quota a lot quickly, right? So make sure to have your whole project or any task you are giving it is broken down into multiple parts and you are just getting one part done at a time. That would be one more good option before using these expensive models. Now rest of the things pretty much stay same from Gemini, and you can use the same flow within Antigravity CLI as well.